So, Danny, the perfect response from a difficult defeat down at Dorking, 4-1 win against Fylde. Give us your thoughts now that a couple of days have gone by.
Yeah, I think it was a fantastic reaction to a really poor performance. Forget about the result. Poor performance at Dorking. Took a load of fans down there and not only lost, but lost quite convincingly, and that hasn't happened at all this year. So that was a really disappointing day. And regardless of our points gap, Gaffer was so keen on making sure we bounced back with a performance, hoping that the result would follow and we tick both boxes. So great reaction, great in terms of the fact that Barnet and Bromley didn't play in the league, that we went back to 20 points. You know, people are talking about next couple of games, could be make or break, but whatever it is, we've given ourselves a hell of a chance to win this league, and it's down to us now to hopefully get it over the line.
Everything seemed to go for Chesterfield on Saturday, apart from the Ormerod goal, but even the penalty save, you just had that feeling that when Fylde got that penalty, that Tyra was going to make a save.
Yeah, and I think it's the opposite, isn't it? When you're down the bottom, things don't go your way. And I do believe you make your own luck. The fact we've got an extremely good number one this season, Harry Tyra, makes it more likely for him to make saves, and I'd say the same if Ryan was in goal as well. The tactics were a little bit changed. They have been at home recently in terms of wanting to be a bit more direct and playing their half early on, just to put it on them, really, put the pressure on Fylde, and obviously the goal showed that those tactics work. So whatever game plan has been implemented this year, it's worked, and like you say, things have gone our way, but only because we've made them go our way. You know, I think Bromley away the other week, Cheek should have got sent off, and there was loads of decisions that went against our way, and you mention them, but you don't carry on moaning because it sounds like sour grapes. And more times than not, things balance themselves out in terms of referees' decisions or things cleared off the line or penalties not given. We think Will Grigg should have had a penalty Saturday, but you're being a bit less bitter about that because we ended up winning 4-1 anyway.
But now attention's turned straight away to Oxford City, who are bottom of the table. But I was speaking to Liam Mandeville earlier, and he was saying it's one of the toughest games that Spireites have had this season.
Yeah, and I think it was early on, wasn't it, on the Astro, and then we left it late to win. I think James Berry's debut, wasn't it? Griggy scored the win, if I remember rightly. So, yeah, listen, it doesn't look good for them in terms of their league position, but they certainly won't be giving up on getting out that bottom four. Stranger things have happened than bottom beating top. Believe me, I've been there and been involved in games where I've been in the bottom team beating the top, or been the top team being beaten by the bottom. So anything can happen at any day. I don't really believe in form. What I do believe in is we're having a really good season, and we haven't lost it yet. We've made it a real fortress. So I'm sure Oxford won't be too excited about coming here against a team flying, but we certainly won't be taking them for granted because we just watched them back against Rochdale and they played ever so well there.
Exactly like you say, they played well at Rochdale, maybe unlucky not to get a win, so they may be quite buoyant by that.
Of course they will. Yeah, they will. Their manager, I mean, I know they're part-time, and when I mean that, I mean they're proper part-time. They're not like Monday and Thursday morning. They're Tuesday, Thursday nights. I'm sure a lot of their lads have got jobs. I would imagine that they're travelling up on the day tomorrow and straight to the game and playing. So, you know, listen, obviously we know that the size of the club here, and Oxford City, to fair, done ever so well. The manager's done brilliant how he did last year, and how they've been playing this year for the vast majority. They've done themselves proud, and I don't mean that in a patronising way whatsoever. There is no pressure on them, I suppose, because they're expected to go down. At the same time, we know they've got threats all over, and like I say, the manager there's done a cracking job. We know that an upset could easily happen if we don't turn up.
And we're heading into a week where, you know, the title could be decided now for Chesterfield. Is it just business as usual?
Has to be, yeah, has to be, Kurt. I mean, we're obviously very flat and down on the way back from Dorking, but come Monday, no one's too low. You're looking forward, and when we've had really good away wins, we haven't been too high on the coach coming back, and Monday's been the same. That consistency comes from the manager, and it's maintained daily through our practices and routine. So, yeah, until it's mathematically done, we won't crack open any sort of champagne or think about that just yet, because we know there's so many twists and turns in football, but we do know we're in a good position, and it's up to us to hopefully get it done.
And how important are the fans that are going to be here against Oxford City, the 1,500 that are going to travel down to Oldham, and then quite a few thousand to Halifax possibly? How important are they going to be in this running? They've
been important all along. My 3 years at the club, they've been different class, and it's nice that this year, hopefully, they're going to get something to celebrate at long last at the end of the season. So, you know, we want to do it for them, we want to do it for ourselves, we want to do it for the football club. You know, this whole thing about being successful, you make a lot of people happy, and that makes you internally happy as well. So the supporters, you know, when you're going back to Tuesday nights at Barnet, it was 700 there, which is mental. We want to make them proud. I think we have done for most of the season. I think they see a group of players that run their absolute socks off week in, week out. And that's what supporters want. They want to see players that are running through brick walls for their football club. And that's what we've done this season, but still 9 big games to go.
And finally, did everyone come through fine against Fylde, and will Jeff King be available for selection?
Jeff King is back and available for selection yet. He's fit. He come through training yesterday and today absolutely fine. And we'll only be missing Frex.